Good morning, everyone, and welcome into the Bozard Ford studio for the St. Johns County show that's on in the morning. We have details on the stabbing outside of a motel. The county keeps their current trash contract. County moves forward with their comprehensive plan, and the city unveils their new parking website. We'll get to all that and more, but first we want to thank Bozard Ford. Since 1949, Bozard Ford Lincoln has been more than just a dealership. It's a local legacy built on trust, family values, and a commitment to doing things the right way. Proudly serving St. Augustine and beyond for over 75 years, Bozard offers award-winning service, unbeatable selection, and a state-of-the-art facility with 91 climate-controlled service bays, a quick lane for no appointment-needed maintenance, and even Ford's Garage restaurant right there on site. Recognized with the Triple Crown Award and President's Awards, Bozard Ford Lincoln is where hometown service meets national excellence. Great pricing, friendly faces, and a better buying experience are just off I-95 and State Road 16. Bozard Ford Lincoln, they are driven to inspire. Also, a big shout out to all of our amazing sponsors: Fidus Roofing, Old Town Trolley, Bin 39 Wine Bar, BNS Signs, Chiba Hut Toasted Subs, St. Augie's Pizza, Chris Lucero Bail Bonds, and St. Augustine Handy Houses. Support all of our wonderful sponsors, and you can support us with your likes, comments, and shares. Find us on YouTube. Help us reach our goal of 2,000 subscribers. You can also find us on Rumble, so follow us there as well. Facebook stars are another way you can support us, and our app is back and better than ever. Download it today in the Apple App Store. Updates on the Android app in the near future, maybe. Good morning. How's everybody doing?
Hey, we're just waiting on approval.
I know.
We're waiting on approval on it.
It's Android's slowness, not ours.
All right, you did not get the blue memo.
I did not.
Blake and I are both in our blue.
Yeah.
So happy Monday.
Thanks. Happy Monday to you.
So, yeah.
Good weekend?
Yeah, it was a good weekend. Got a little bit of boat time yesterday, which was really nice.
Nice.
Boat ran good. River wasn't too crowded out. I go to St. Johns River. I'm kind of given up on the salt water, and the intercoastal just gets too busy on the weekends.
Yeah.
So it's nice
hide
to
in
be
the river
out there and all by yourself.
Yeah.
Because you get on your boat to kind of get away from everybody. At least I do.
Yeah,
I know some people do like the whole party thing, and that's not me anymore.
I grew up in an area where there was like a sandbar by a bridge called Crab Island, and everyone would go with their boats there. And they'd even have like a stage boat where musicians would play on a stage. They'd have restaurant boats and bar boats, and there were floating porta potties. So there was like a ladder to climb up on a barge, and there were porta potties.
That's pretty funny.
It's pretty crazy.
But yet yesterday, like I saw something a month ago on Facebook or something. Somebody posted something about the external tank of the space shuttle being over in Green Cove.
Okay.
And it's like, and I was looking at the picture. I was like, oh, I know where that is. And we went over there and we're like, it's right there, right on the river. Right there.
Wow.
Right there on the river. And we're like, wow, I wonder when it got here. It got here in 2013. So I'd never seen it. I've been by it like maybe 100 times. Never saw it before. And it's huge. It's really big. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's been there the whole time. So,
yeah.
So I call it the boat graveyard over in Green Cove. Like it's where the old ferries go and old river boats and stuff like that. And I
feel like I've driven past that.
They take parts off of them, I think, and use. But it is sitting right there, and it's really cool.
That is cool.
Blake, did you know it was over there? You're kind of a space shuttle nerd.
No, I didn't know it was over there.
Yeah. So next time you're on the boat with us, it's right there. Yeah, he put it up there.
That's cool.
Yeah. How'd you pull that up?
You would think they would put that in the plane graveyard up on US 1 North.
Yeah. Well, the guy was trying to take it to Keystone. He got it up here on a barge, and the expense of like closing down the roads and everything was too much, so he just left it. I think he just left it there.
That's funny. That's great. Do we have a question of the day?
Oh, question of the day. That was for me.
I'll make the question of the day.
I was looking at Blake like he was going to come up with the question of the day.
I mean, I heard it, but I don't want to step on your toes.
Sorry, I'm completely zoned out.
Happy Monday, everybody.
Which grade? External tank again for your distractions.
Yeah, thank you. Which grade was the worst? Because school's about to start.
Yeah.
And like at the beginning of the year, like you're always looking forward to like this being this is going to be the best year ever. Which one was the worst for you? Which grade was the worst?
Well, I moved right before my third grade year, so the summer before my third grade year. So that year was just, everything was different. I was Florida girl in a tiny little town in North Carolina, and they did not take too kindly to strangers, especially Florida strangers. So they would always make fun of us for being Yankees. I'm like, I'm from further south than you are. Calm down.
Yeah.
And they just had an Appalachian dialect that I thought was weird, and they thought my dialect was weird of Southern, non-Southern. So that was just a big year of upheaval. It's got to be a middle school year, though, right? Mm-hmm. Like, middle school's just, I feel like sixth grade is just traumatic for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, so those are mine.
Yeah.
What about you, Blake?
Blake, what about you?
I'm gonna say seventh grade because it was like that super awkward year of just like, okay, now you're getting out of elementary school, but now you're starting to get into like the high school stuff. Is like, oh, and that's when like I felt like my body feeling the weirdest.
Malcolm in the Middle time.
Yeah.
So
what about you?
So I had two. That one fifth grade it ended up winning because my teacher just was horrible.
Yeah.
She just was horrible. I got through it. It was one of those teachers like you know how you figure out who your teacher's going to be next year, mm-hmm. and you look at it and you go, oh no, because there's only like three teachers in that grade, and you definitely don't want that one.
Yeah,
and I got that one, mm-hmm. and it proved to be just awful. You know, so it was. I would say it was fifth grade for that. But the other one I had a tough time with was ninth grade because I didn't grow until between ninth and 10th grade. Mm-hmm. And being a baseball player and stuff like that, I was literally 4'7" in ninth grade.
Teeny tiny.
Yeah, and I was 5'3" by the time I started 10th grade.
Yeah.
So, I mean, my growth spurt was like in between that time.
Mm-hmm.
And so ninth grade was, I mean, like, thank goodness it was junior high and I wasn't in high school in ninth grade.
Okay, so you had the junior high and then
junior
senior high.
So I mean, you know, there was two people shorter than me in the entire school, and they were like my twin cousins. They weren't really my cousins, but you called them cousins. And Stacy and Tracy, thank goodness you were there. But I was the shortest person in the entire school in ninth grade. So emotionally it was bad, but mm-hmm. you know, luckily I still have my coordination and can run. But
that's why you're so funny.
Yeah.
You make friends everywhere you go.
Humor kicked in ninth grade. So.
Well, I'm glad you made it through.
Yeah. So, but fifth grade just because of the teacher.
Yeah.
Because teachers make or break schools. Yeah. So
I never had a whole year with a teacher that I couldn't stand. But once you get into middle school, high school, then I definitely had like, I didn't want that teacher for my language or for civics or whatever. So I definitely had those, but I didn't have like a whole year where I was just under the thumb of one terrible teacher. Mm-hmm. My elementary school did a changing classes thing in the 4th and 5th grade. So we did it kind of early. Had I not had that, then I definitely would have been under the thumb of a bad teacher. The 4th grade teacher she was just mean. Mm-hmm. She's just kind of over it. And she's, no sense of humor.
My 5th grade teacher did something that backfired on her. I was talking in Donald Duck, because I can do it when I was young.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, and I was talking in Donald Duck, and I had the entire class laughing, but we should not have been laughing. And she's like, "Oh, you think you're so funny? Then come up to the front of the class and see if you can do it for an entire minute."
Troy's first podcast experience.
1 minute? Are you kidding me? 1 minute? Anybody can do 1 minute.
I know. Yeah. You can kill for a minute.
Yeah.
Especially if you're already killing enough that it's distracted her.
And I had the class laughing so hard. Like, she got so mad at me. And that was kind of the beginning of the end of our relationship. You know, I think I got along with her pretty good up until that point. But
yeah, that'll pretty much do it.
Yeah. So.
Now it's time for a quick check of the weather.
Hot!
Did you sit on that hot?
Oh, no. I went to say it. I mean, it's 79 is the cold today. That just tells you what our day is going to be like. It's a high in 93, but the good news is it's a wet heat.
So it's miserable and there's no escape.
No. What did you say? Once the humidity's over 70 degrees,
your sweat doesn't evaporate.
It just doesn't evaporate. So
then you're just steaming in your own juices. It's gross.
Yeah, you're gonna have it's never good.
Humidity over 70.
I almost said something inappropriately, and I'm glad I stopped myself. Like it was. Yeah,
it was right there,
and I had to stop.
Say it.
Come on.
Once more for the breach, my friends.
Now
you can't be fired.
No, well, that's a good point. But
by sponsors, we can be.
I just don't want to start people off with that image. Yeah.
Okay.
It was that bad. Yeah.
All right. That quick check the weather is
it was a very long check of the weather.
Brought to you by Bin 39. Discover one of St. Augustine's best kept secrets. Bin 39, tucked inside St. George Inn at the north end of St. George Street, with over 95 boutique wines, 50 of them rated 90 points or higher by Robert Parker. It's the perfect spot for a romantic date night or an after work unwind. So relaxing, so serene. Sit by the glass or the bottle in a serene courtyard setting and enjoy live music Thursday through Sunday, open daily from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Just stop by and say, I'll have what Irving's having. Bin 39, your taste to discover. All right, buckle up, baby. It's a Hit the Blakes traffic report.
Irving just texted and said, can I go to a different segment?
We drop the lower third?
Yeah, sorry about that. Let me go ahead and drop the lower third.
You rock. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, now, yeah, it's clear.
Traffic's looking adequately decent.
Yeah, it's moving.
Nice. It's moving.
It looks nice. It looks nice. No major backup on the two pregnant ladies at the State Road 1695 intersection.
I think everyone just slept in. It's Monday.
Indeed.
So they're just not out there yet.
It's too hot. They're like, oh gosh, I'm staying in the AC.
They don't want to have back sweat on top of their back sweat.
Oh, dude. Yeah. Hit the Blake's traffic report brought to you by Old Town Trolley. Climb aboard Old Town Trolley and experience over 500 years of history in the heart of St. Augustine. This fully narrated 90-minute tour features 22 convenient stops and covers more than 100 points of interest, including iconic landmarks like the Castillo de San Marcos, the Fountain of Youth, and Flagler's Historic Hotel. With open-air views with all-day hop-on, hop-off access, it's the most fun and flexible way to explore the nation's oldest city. Your ticket also includes free admission into the St. Augustine History Museum, and local St. Johns County residents ride free with a full fare guest through the Hometown Pass program. You can sign up today at hometownpass.com. Old Town Trolley, the best way to see St. Augustine, one stop at a time. All right, let's move into the news. I didn't know if my family would be safe. St. Augustine stabbing, SWAT response at a motel. The St. Johns County Sheriff's Office is investigating a stabbing involving two men Friday at a motel along State Road 16 in St. Augustine. Deputies say the incident happened at the Super 8 motel, prompting an immediate response from law enforcement. Due to reports that the suspect may have fled and barricaded himself across the street at the Stayable Extended Stay Suites, the SWAT team was called to secure the area. Authorities later cleared the scene and confirmed there's no ongoing threat to the public. Investigators are treating the incident as an aggravated battery at both locations, though they are still looking for one individual involved. That person is not considered a suspect at this time, according to officials. Christian Lewis, a resident at the Extended Stay Suites who knows both men, says he learned of the stabbing through his mother. He started to argue with the victim and just ran up on him and stabbed him in the abdomen, Lewis recalled. Fearing for his own family's safety, Lewis was on high alert. He lives right above me, and I have my kids in the house with me. I didn't want him to come to my room. To hide and let me know. And let me start again. He lives right above me, and I have kids in the house with me. I didn't want him to come to my room to hide and me not know the situation yet and let him in, and him potentially hold me and my kids hostage. The tense scene shook residents throughout the complex. I didn't know if my family would be safe. I heard them yelling at other families to put their kids under the bed and stuff like that. As a new dad, that's one of my biggest fears. Lewis says the man who was injured was someone he had trusted around his family, even babysitting his infant daughter in recent days. Nothing that I would have ever expected, he said. I wouldn't have seen it coming. Reflecting on the violence, Lewis expressed sorrow and disbelief. We're going to see this one day. they're going to see this one day when they go to look up their grandfather, and it's just not going to be okay, he said. I'm going to have to explain it to them one day. The investigation remains ongoing. The sheriff's office is encouraging anyone with information to come forward.
All right. So, yesterday.
Yes.
Just yesterday. And Blake, good job on reporting on this live.
Yeah.
I have a couple of details. So, where it happened was across the street. He ran to the stable location. So where it happened, evidently both people have gotten arrested. The first guy who got stabbed is the one who evidently initiated the conflict.
Physical altercation?
The conflict. So both of them ended up getting arrested. But yesterday, coming from the river, Rebecca had to have her chai. And there's a Starbucks.
All right.
Right beside the Starbucks is the
extended stay. All right. So me and Maeve are staying in the car. She goes in. Problem is Rebecca, her shoes were like in the back. We couldn't find it. So I had to give her my shoes. So we got a black top. You know, it's hot. Yeah.
It's hot. So I give her my shoes. So we're sitting there. Longest chai tea. It better have been freaking good. We're sitting in this parking lot. I saw 3 drug deals.
Dude.
A dude who was sleeping in the back of his car randomly pops up in a black hoodie, takes off his hoodie, gets in the front seat and drives off. He was like,
that seems legit.
Right. Yeah. Like 15, 20 feet away. I thought it was just an empty car. And he comes up and he's like,
good enough.
That's a nap. Heading into my shift. Yeah, the sketchiest Uber Eats guy I've ever seen, like, walks right past it. I mean, it was like, am I in St. Augustine?
Wow. What I just heard is that
there's a problem there.
The local drug dealers are more efficient than Starbucks. That's what I just heard.
Yeah.
3 drug deals for 1 chai tea?
Yeah.
That is not an efficiency rating that Starbucks wants to get.
There was one person where we know she was alive, but we don't know at what level of alive she was. She was laying in a white truck. It was, and there was like 3 people in that truck. They weren't waiting for Starbucks. No. They were not waiting for Starbucks.
They're waiting for Jesus to come.
Yeah, I don't know. So, yeah. But no, the guy was literally sleeping in his car at 95 degrees, and it had to be over 100 in that car. He could have killed himself just by falling asleep in there.
Dude.
Yeah. What'd you say, Blake?
But we'll say though that I think I did hear from Rebecca when she got home and said like, oh, she didn't like the chai tea, so it was worthless to go.
Yeah, it wasn't even worth it. So. Well,
you got to recount the story of the situation. You gave us more context. That's not a lost experience.
Yeah. No. So no, there's a couple of stories yesterday. There was a person who was in a sinking canoe. All right. And instead of like, it was being pulled by a sea-doo. Instead of getting on the sea-doo, this woman was trying to lay in the canoe. All right, the canoe's already sinking. Just get on the back, and then her boyfriend or husband's holding on to both as they're dragging them down the river. You know, and it's like, okay, this is Florida. This is us. You're welcome.
Know thyself.
So, who needs television?
Right?
Just live life.
Outside.
Just live life in Florida.
Just go outside. Meet people.
Yeah, that chai was good. It was the other one, the one she had earlier in the day, was not great. That experience wasn't great.
In that case, my apologies, Rebecca. I do retract that statement from earlier today. I'm glad you had a good chai tea.
There was multiple chais yesterday.
There was Starbucks and Southern Grounds, evidently.
Yes. So.
All right. Well,
Starbucks did their portion. It was just extremely slow. I was like getting anxious. I had, I couldn't get out and fight because there would have been 9,000 degrees and I had a child in the car.
Yeah.
No, I was more worried about my feet. Maeve's tough.
She can handle herself.
Maeve's tough. She can handle herself.
Maeve's just in the back filing her nails with a machete. Like, don't bother me.
Go get him, Troy. So, no, I was worried about my feet. I'm Florida.
Yeah.
That's blacktop. I would have to fight on the little white lines.
Exactly. Exactly. Which is so weird that works.
Yeah, no.
It's so weird that the painted lines on the blacktop are cooler than the blacktop themselves.
I didn't realize that was a Florida thing until like my family from Tennessee was here, and I was running from white line to white line. They're like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "You're about to find out."
It's like, you can laugh at me or you can learn from me.
I did not realize that was a Florida thing. You know, the blacktop, you run from white line to white line if you're barefoot, and so your flesh of your feet don't fall off.
Yeah, I had Georgia family members that got like third-degree burns on the bottom of their feet trying to go to and from the beach. It was like, for one, don't go barefoot.
Mm-hmm.
For two, white lines, 100% white lines.
Well, and Rebecca had shoes, but she was having trouble finding them in the back of the boat. Because, when you throw everything in the back of the boat, she was having, so I was like, oh, here, just take my shoes.
Yes.
I volunteered. It wasn't like she ripped them off my feet. I voluntarily gave them my shoes. And then I was like, oh, that was a mistake. I should have made her find her shoes.
Reminds me of that Dimitri Martin joke about you're picking what kind of attitude you're going to have when you pick your shoes.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you wear flip-flops, got to be nice because you can't be chased. You can't get in a fight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
the last fight I was in, it was like I was in flip-flops, and I had a very strict rule: don't get in fights in flip-flops.
That you broke.
Like that I broke. Luckily, it didn't stomp on my foot.
Luckily.
So, no. So it was an interesting day.
Yeah.
Interesting day.
So. It's an exciting day. All right. After a rocky rollout, St. Johns County keeps their trash hauler. St. Johns County has decided to keep its trash contractor, FCC Environmental Services, despite a rocky rollout last year that left thousands of residents with missed pickups and garbage in the streets. The county commission had previously voted to sever ties with FCC, but this week reversed course after the company agreed to a $1.5 million settlement and made significant improvements in service. Public Works Director Greg Caldwell said FCC is now operating at more than 99.9% efficiency. They're over 99.9% efficiency right now, but the county is still holding their feet to the fire, Caldwell said. We're still making sure everything is adhering to the contract. The settlement reimburses the county for extra services provided when FCC struggled last year, including help from county crews and outside companies. With FCC was originally selected for offering lower costs than other contractors, Caldwell warned that replacing FCC now would come with a steep price tag. The second lowest contractor was $12 million more over the course of a year, he said. Even with FCC's lower rates, the county is considering raising garbage fees for residents in the near future. During the most recent meeting, the county commission voted unanimously to keep FCC, though not without acknowledging the company's poor performance in 2023. Commissioner Christian Whitehurst said he hasn't forgotten FCC's bumpy start. Here I sit a year later. It's not that I've forgotten the awful job that they did, Whitehurst said, but we are faced with a decision of whether or not we want to charge the residents of St. Johns County double. Whitehurst urged staff to maintain pressure on FCC to ensure proper pickup of trash, yard waste, and recycling going forward. FCC's contract is set to continue for 6 more years, with the county retaining the option to renew for 2 additional 5-year terms. Thoughts on FCC's renewal?
Well, you know where I'm at with this whole thing. We could save
and recycling
millions of dollars.
Yeah.
On all you have to do is put a little recycling center somewhere. If somebody wants to recycle so bad, and just put it where it ends up in the landfill the same as everything else. So just so you understand.
But make them use their gas to do it.
Yeah,
and
use
not
your gas to go use
gas.
it and stop putting it on our tax bills. You don't have to raise our tax rate or our rates on trash.
Yeah.
So it's, come on, guys, figure it out. It's
go to
over. People know now.
Can we go to the county commission meeting and just be like, look, let's just be honest.
Yeah, it's a government thing. You guys can look it up wherever you want to look. You're going to find the same results.
3 public pipickups around the county, and it would save just as much trash from going into the landfill.
Yeah.
All right.
Just get rid of it and just come on. I'll call Greg today.
Didn't they float the idea of ending recycling, or wasn't
The
recycling
beach did.
suspended on the beach?
Yeah, the city of St.
Okay,
Augustine
so it
Beach.
is suspended?
Yeah, city of St. Augustine Beach, they have drop-off centers.
Okay, so let's just do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, I save batteries so that I can drop them off once every 3 years when I actually remember to do it.
Yeah.
So I have boxes of batteries in my house waiting to go.
Here's the awful part.
Mhm.
All right. I think I get charged for city and county because I live in the city.
Mhm.
Like our taxes,
Yeah.
we get county taxes, which we pay the same as everybody else who lives in the county.
Mhm.
And then we have another additional
Mhm.
tax on top of it with the city.
Yeah.
So I think I probably pay for recycling twice. And you guys know how much I hate it. I think I pay for it twice.
Well, don't you pay for stuff here too?
Yeah, well, that's Mike actually pays, so
Sucker.
it's in my cam.
All the
So-
recycling right here.
No, it's in my cam. I don't
common
think.
area maintenance.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we'll say, Amanda, though, every single time the recycling truck comes to our neighborhood, this is what my dad looks.
Oh yeah, I like the hat on Oscar though.
I know, it's a nice hat.
That's a good addition. Quick.
I don't know if the eyebrows are as well groomed as
Yeah,
Troy's.
I'm not as hairy as Oscar.
Yeah.
That's funny. All right, Gas Buddy Gas Report. Tell us in the comments what gas prices are looking like around you. Let me get it. We've got Sunoco on North Ponce de Leon Boulevard at $2.82. Shell on North Ponce de Leon Boulevard is at $2.89. Owens on South Ponce de Leon Boulevard is at $2.89 as well. The Shell on King Street is $2.89. Sunoco on South Ponce is $3.09. Shell at 216 Ponce de Leon Boulevard is at $3.09. Gate at Mizell Roads at $3.11. Mobile and Circle K on South Ponce de Leon Boulevard is at $3.13. Gate at US 1 North is $3.16. Circle K on 207 is also $3.16. Circle K with the expensive gas, but the cheap sodas. What's up with that? All right, that Gas Buddy Gas Report brought to you by Chris Lucero Bail Bonds. Trouble with the law? Call the name St. Augustine has trusted for years. Chris Lucero Bail Bonds. Available 24/7. Their experienced and compassionate team works fast to get you or your loved one out of jail and back home. From paperwork to release, they make the process simple, discreet, and stress-free. No judgment, just help when you need it most. When time matters, remember the name and the number, Chris Lucero Bail Bonds. It's 904-822-BAIL. That's 904-822-2245. Got live music today. Jim Lamb's at Milltop Tavern at noon. Reggie Starrett's at Tradewinds Lounge at 1 o'clock. Caleb Joy's at Guy Harvey Resort at 4 o'clock. Joshua Tennessee Worthy is at Milltop Tavern at 4:30. Kevin Edwards is at Hurricane Grill and Wings at 5 o'clock. Mark Hart's at Tradewinds Lounge at 5 o'clock. Micah Gilliam is at Prohibition Kitchen at 6 o'clock. Stu Weaver's at Harry's Seafood Bar and Grill at 6 o'clock. Joe Downing's at Salt Life Food Shack at 6 o'clock. And Bones is closing out the night at Tide's Oyster Company and Grill at 8 p.m. That music report is brought to you by Fidus Roofing. When it comes to protecting your home, trust Fidus Roofing and Construction. Voted best of St. Augustine every year since 2012. As a GAF Master Elite contractor, Fidus installs the GAF Lifetime Roofing System and expert metal roofs built to withstand Florida's toughest weather. From emergency repairs to full replacements, plus pavers and gutters, Fidus delivers quality, durability, and energy savings with every job. For Fidus Roofing, call 904-355-ROOF. That's 904-355-7663. Fidus Roofing, where trust is built from the top down. All right. Trends today. It's controversial. Have you heard about the tea app?
The tea app. Is
The
it
tea
chai tea? Because I don't want to talk. I feel like we've over chaied.
It's not chai tea,
Okay,
but
all
it
right.
is steaming hot. So the tea app is an app ostensibly designed so that women have more safety using dating apps. So the idea is that you as a woman verify that you are a woman, you're on the T app, and you say, hey, I matched with this guy on Bumble or Hinge or whatever the dating apps are. And does anyone know anything about this guy? Like, should I be scared? Red flags? What do you got?
So it's like spilling the tea.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
got it.
spilling the tea. So then girls go on and they'll, say, well, he chews with his mouth open and or whatever, right? So spilling the tea, that's what it's supposed to be. Do you think that it progressed as innocently as that?
No.
No,
It's
of
an
course
X.
not.
It's an X unload.
So this is like it's basically a doxing app where people are like, hey, this guy's picture and this guy's name on this dating site, tell me everything terrible about him. And anyone that's ever been mad at this guy ever goes on and just bashes this dude. Well, there's obviously concerns to this. Like, you do a search, is this going to come up if he's trying to get a job and they are doing online searches for his social media presence or whatever? So this app, do you think it was started by a boy or a girl?
Probably a dude.
A dude, because he was annoyed at how his mom was getting catfished on dating sites. So a guy my age, his mom's on dating sites in her 60s or 70s, whatever. And she keeps getting matched with people that don't match their profile, at least how they advertise themselves. So he has this great idea to start this T app. It was sort of born out of Facebook pages called Are We Dating the Same Guy? And these are just private Facebook groups where women would be like, I'm getting this weird vibe about this guy I'm dating. Is anybody in my area? Yeah. Is anyone in my area dating him? And then this is how cheaters have been discovered. And so it was kind of an evolution from that idea. Well, I mentioned in order to get on this app, you have to verify that you are a chick. So part of that verification process is putting in ID or a certain number of selfies. And then they promise that they're going to delete this information, that they're just using it to verify that you're a woman. And then they're going to delete the information. And then you're safely on this app with other women. You can have conversations in a safe space. So that's what they promise. They did not delete any of that personal information. They not only did not delete it, they didn't even put it in a password protected server.
Wow.
They put it in an open
now everything's
source
out there.
server.
Everybody's to protect the women. Now they made them way more vulnerable.
So as you can imagine, guys that are angry about this, that happen to have a lot of time on their hands because they're not dating any of these women, immediately found all this information.
It really should be noted that this is not like the regular guys right there.
Really?
Do you see his side?
Yeah, I see his side.
All right. I mean, lean in.
All right. So, as I was trying to say before, I was so rudely interrupted by the nose of my sign back here. This is not your regular type of guys. This is like your lonely type of guys that hacked into it for like forums like 4chan, stuff like that. These are like the constant like.
Well, they didn't even have to hack. They just followed the code, and it was not password protected, not deleted, and in a public access server. And so the turntables have turned, and now people are roasting the women that were on the T app all over the internet.
They're roasting the roasters.
And they don't like that their privacy's been invaded.
Even though they were on the attack.
That's literally what they were doing. They literally signed up to be able to dox people and trash them behind their backs. And weirdly, the guy that created the app did just a terrible job of it. I mean, he wears a very nice suit. I've seen a picture of him. He has much more expensive skincare routine than I do, clearly. But he doesn't know how to password protect his data or delete the things that he promises he's deleting. So now chicks that were there to bash guys on the internet are mad that they are currently being bashed. And I would just like to refer everyone back to Sunday school and the golden rule of treat others the way you want to be treated.
And then
thoughts?
No, I mean, you put yourself out there on that, and you kind of gotta kind of expect it's going to be, you're going to make yourself vulnerable.
Yeah.
So it comes with it. I know there's some naivety that comes with that, but you should know by now.
Yeah.
No one on the
internet's
TF?
not exactly brand new.
That's what I'm saying.
Like if it was 15 years ago and all this stuff first started, I could go, okay, I kind of see. Kind of have
more empathy. Yeah.
But now you should know not to trust it.
Yes.
So
never trust an app that promises to delete your information.
Yeah.
Do you think this guy's getting sued?
Probably.
I think this guy's getting sued.
Yeah.
Like 100%. And he's going to be like, I was just trying to help my mom.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. I mean, if he was sincere about it, I feel kind of bad for him.
I know.
Yeah, but also leave the apps to the people that get paid to do it. So I don't know
Or
if this
do
is
what you promise. If you delete the information, then it's not there to be stolen, right?
Yeah.
yes.
You don't put it on a non-password protected server. Okay, so that's been all over my social medias and all over the internet this weekend. So I just had to bring it up. Are you very glad that you're not in a position to be dating around and potentially show up on one of these Facebook pages?
Yeah. So I think all of us are.
Sorry, Blake.
Well, still work out, but definitely, but my advice is like don't use these apps, and if you get catfish, it's part of the learning process.
Don't use dating apps at all.
I mean, some people have found people on them. I mean, you know.
What's up?
There's people that are happily married.
I mean, I know people that are happily married that met
on
on not on the apps, but on online dating in the early days of online dating when it was like Plenty of Fish and Match.com, and you had to go on the website and just message inside the website.
Well, those have become apps now.
Yeah.
Maybe because I believe Tinder's now owned by like the people that own like Match.com, and like they also own like Hinge, Bumble, like stuff like that. It's all part of like one giant corporation that they also steal our data. But thankfully though, they have their stuff on the actual private server. They might be selling the data to China. But regular hackers can't access it yet.
Yeah, it's a private server in China.
Yes.
Everything's so private in China.
Yeah.
That's my favorite thing about China is how private everything
Yeah.
is. All right, moving back into the news. St. Johns County moves forward with the 2050 Comprehensive Plan. St. Johns County has taken a major step towards shaping its future, officially voting to transmit the 2050 Comprehensive Plan for state review. During Tuesday's regular meeting, the Board of County Commissioners approved the motion, marking a key milestone in a process that began nearly 2 years ago. Mike Robertson, the director of County's Growth Management Department, says the plan reflects broad community input and outlines a shared vision for the next 25 years. This plan helps residents identify their vision for the future of the community and provides guidance to landowners and developers, says Robertson. This legacy document will help shape St. Johns County for decades. The 2050 Comprehensive Plan is a long-range planning document that sets goals, objectives, and policies for how the county grows and develops. It covers major topics called elements, including land use, transportation, housing, infrastructure, coastal management, conservation, recreation and open space, economic development, intergovernmental coordination, capital improvements, property rights. This plan is required under Florida statutes 163.3184 and 163.3191 and will replace the county's current 2025 comprehensive plan once formally adopted. Over the next 60 days, state agencies will review the document, after which the Board of County Commissioners will hold an adoption hearing. Robertson praised the public's involvement throughout the process. Community dialogue, debate, and discussions have helped create a planning document we can all be proud of. Residents can read more about the 2050 plan and track its progress at sjcfl.us/comprehensive-plan. There you go. Any thoughts on the comp plan?
There's nothing that can make the comprehensive plan exciting, so I'm not even going to comment. So,
Yeah,
it's a plan that goes into place, and then like 5 years later, it's out of date, and then they say it's a comprehensive plan for 30 years. You can't predict what's happening in 30 years.
25 years.
Absolutely not. You absolutely can't predict like what's going to happen to us. Like, sure, we might get like hit, like I definitely don't want this to happen, but we might get hit with like 20 hurricanes. All of a sudden, like all the progress that we made, like for like projects and all that, it gets wiped away. So it's like, what the heck
30 years black could be oceanfront. We don't know.
Y'all are so upbeat.
Yeah. No, it's just, I mean, we call it a 25-year plan or whatever it is. I mean, I zoned out.
Yes.
No, sorry. You know how many
I thought it was compelling.
You know how many comprehensive plans I've heard about and actually participated in?
It's the first one I've actually paid attention to.
It's actually like, we have a visioning committee. Yeah. 19 different times that we have visioning committees. and zero shit comes out of it. So
just make a Pinterest board and post it.
So no, and Mike's a great guy. He really is, and he's doing a good job. But there's no way to predict what's going to happen in 25 years. Yeah. So I thought I would have jetpack flying to work by now, but it didn't happen.
That's what we were promised by Back to the Future and the Jetsons, and I'm very disappointed.
And honestly, Amanda, like I honestly believe like constantly with me constantly putting in the comprehensive plan stories during like Pete's last year. I think that's what drove him crazy.
No, it's
that's
too
why
much.
He left.
It's too much. So no more comprehensive plan stories. I mean, congratulations, Mike, you got it done. Yeah. No.
So if it gets approved, are we just going to be like, hey, it's approved?
Put it on the bookshelf. It's where
everybody
the other
have
ones
a drink.
Put it next to the other ones from 5 years ago, the 25-year plan from 5 years ago.
Instead of spending the money to create the comprehensive plan, should we have a review committee to look back at previous comprehensive plans and see what has actually come to fruition?
What we need to do is look at the 25 years and what we spent on recycling. And look on what we spent on these plans. And then we won't have to raise the millage. So
we're done. We saved
we're good.
the taxpayer.
I just saved all that money. We're going to go back in time and cut all these out.
Let's do this.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we need merch. I think we need signs. We need to be at the fort next.
Yeah. No, it's too freaking hot.
Down with recycling.
I don't feel that strongly about it. We're standing 90-degree heat.
We could get on your boat.
Possibly until November, maybe.
Was that?
Yeah, we can do that.
November.
After they've already approved the budget.
The next 0.5K will just be us slowly protesting against recycling and drinking beer every 5 seconds. I mean, I'm down.
And plus, there's no more whipped cream to the face.
No whipped cream to the face.
That's never happening.
It's not eco-friendly.
Yeah, it's not happening again.
Can't recycle that.
Yeah. Well, my dad's beer tried the best to recycle it.
Tried to culture it into yogurt. What they trying to do.
Do we have another story?
We do.
All right, let's go to another story. We already spent too much freaking time on this. I wish I would have read the show prep. I would have cut that story out.
This is what happens when you don't do your prep.
Yeah.
City of St. Augustine upgrades online parking site to improve downtown experience. The City of St. Augustine is rolling out upgrades to its online parking website, aiming to improve the parking experience for residents and visitors to the historic downtown area. Originally launched in 2023, the Parking Finder website now features real-time updates on street parking, public lot availability, and space counts at the historic downtown parking facility. Xavier Pellissier, the city's mobility manager, says the updates are about making the site more visible and user-friendly. The Parking Finder website has been in place for a few years now, and he wants to be sure our residents and visitors know where to find this information. The platform also allows city staff to post live updates about road closures, event-related parking changes, and traffic congestion warnings, making it a more responsive tool for navigating the downtown area. Pellissier highlighted that last year's Nights of Lights event underscored the need for better parking communication tools as many drivers experience confusion and delays. The city says the long-term goal is to reduce frustration, improve safety, and help ensure visitors find legal, accessible parking during their time in the nation's oldest city. Very exciting. Such an upgrade from the comp plan.
Well, and here's the beauty. Didn't he say it's been in place for a couple of years?
Yeah, but it didn't have real-time updates.
Oh.
So evidently it just had this is where parking theoretically is available, but no information about whether there is any available parking in those.
Here's what I want to do. Blake, you and I, and Amanda too, us find this link. Let's go on this link and see if it's actually functional.
Yeah.
Right here?
So many things that are done by government.
It's a good idea, right?
It's a great idea. Great concept, but the rollout is more important.
So this is the thing.
Those are all the green's where the parking places are.
On the different levels, yeah.
Hey, go to my parking lot if you can. See if they've got it listed on there.
No.
Yeah, that's public parking too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Go to the church parking lot. See if it's got it listed
St.
there.
George and King.
Any of Methodist Church, any of them.
All right,
they have public parking there.
Yeah, there's public parking on St. George and King, but I didn't see it.
So they only have the city's public parking on there. That's bullshit.
Yeah. Well, so my thing is,
they're a fraction of what the parking is.
You have to tell them when you're paying to park what space you're in and that you're there in order to pay to park so you get the ticket. Yeah. So why haven't they had these spaces are occupied, these spaces are open as an option in their lots
Because
anyway?
the park now doesn't have to register for it. So now they're eliminating the park now, and they think, but it's doesn't even have any of the actual other public parking.
Yeah.
Like across from Ripley's there, the Green Trains have public parking near the Renaissance. It wasn't listed in there. I could see that it wasn't there. So it doesn't even give where the public parking actually is.
And plus also this.
So it's a waste. Come on, guys.
And plus this doesn't even list like street parking as well. It does list the location, but it doesn't list like, okay, like this area is like it doesn't have like scanners to like see like, okay, this section's parked, this section's parked, this section's full. Don't go here. Don't go here.
Yeah.
Only thing it's good for is telling us the parking lot's full.
Yes.
Yeah. So if you want to know whether parking lot's full.
Come on. Yeah, it doesn't give us a true parking feel of the city.
There's so much for putting this in the app.
Yeah. Nope, that won't be on our app.
Yet.
Never mind.
Till they clean it up.
All right. There should be a way that you can register your lot if it's not a city lot so that you could participate in the plan.
Yeah, they should be able to go around and go, hey, here you go. Here's how we do this, Yeah. But I mean, it also would require the person doing the parking lot to log in too, which is going to slow down everybody who's trying to park.
Yeah.
So, good idea. Not quite there yet.
Not quite there. Troy, how do you want to check
Put it with the comprehensive plan.
And recycling.
All right. On this marvelous Monday, because I've been negative Nelly all day. On this marvelous Monday, we will march miraculously through the Minions mentions.
All right. That miraculous march is brought to you by B&S Signs. Want your business to get noticed and stay that way? Turn to B&S Signs, proudly family-owned and serving St. Augustine for over 50 years. From bold vinyl lettering to towering pylon signs, they specialize in high-quality custom signage built to last. Their expert team handles everything: design, installation, crane service, repairs, and maintenance with fast, responsive service that keeps your signs looking sharp. Make a lasting impression with B&S Signs. Visit bnssigns.com because when it comes to signs, they do it all. Also brought to you by St. Augustine Handy House. Need a customer prefab portable building that's built to last? Come to St. Augustine Handy House, proudly owned by Troy Usina Enterprises and serving the community since 1988. With over 70 structures in stock, from sheds and barns to carports and offices, you'll find the perfect fit for your needs. Every building includes free delivery, leveling, and anchoring, plus easy financing options. And this July, when you purchase a Handy House, $100 will be donated to Unity Outreach of St. Augustine, helping provide mammograms and support for breast cancer patients right here in the community. Visit them on State Road 16, open Monday through Saturday, or call 904-823-9092, St. Augustine Handy House, where quality meets convenience and community matters. Troy, give us a comments report.
All right. Okay, so just on the chai update, Rebecca is a Dunkin' person. Joy seems to be a Dunkin' girl also.
All right.
But the chai at Dunkin' is not up to chai level that it needs to be. Okay, they're great on their other stuff, but just want to give you that.
All right.
And sorry.
Good to know.
Duncan, I'll be more positive when you start sponsoring. Also, Bobby said, be careful those white lines. When they get wet, they're slippery.
Mm-hmm.
Bobby, you don't need the white lines when it's wet. The pavement's okay to walk on. It's cool enough. So you don't need it. So it's a safety thing.
Yeah.
All right. Wawa was at 311.
Okay.
Costco's at 262. BP at 309. Speedway at 308. Thank you, Tim and Joy. Also, it seems like junior high was the hardest part. So for people, worse years, that's the whole body changing. Yeah. Getting hairy stuff. Smells that weren't there before. So, yeah. By the way, if you ever substitute, middle school is by far the smelliest.
So I taught homeschool, like community classes with middle school kids for a few years, and maybe I just didn't have enough students because, we only had a dozen or fewer per class. So maybe the stink factor didn't get. I was in a well ventilated, I controlled the AC, and it was fewer than a dozen middle schoolers. So maybe that's why I didn't have the negative.
The level of the student plays a factor.
Pheromone, yeah. Well, also if you're getting kids out after PE.
Yeah.
And we didn't have PE, like they'll play outside at lunch, but we didn't have a PE that they had to do. And
no, if you substituted in, they changed classes in junior high and middle school.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gets smellier as the day goes on. Yeah. So those PE kids, and like I said, the student, which kids are getting the good soaps.
I did have, my son is about to turn 14, so I did have a couple of 13, 14-year-olds in my house. And I probably will again. I think there's going to be another sleepover. So, that does.
It's going to happen.
It happens. Stotem stat.
Plan them in the winter. All right. I erased my Stotem stat over here, but I know exactly what it was. I got too excited. We rambled too much.
Yeah.
All right. On this day in 1945, the Empire State Building, a B-25 bomber on a foggy day tried to miss. It was warned about the Empire State Building and the Chrysler Building, so it tried to miss the Chrysler Building and turned directly in and hit the Empire State Building. All right. There's some positives with this. So it was on a Saturday. Thank goodness it was on a Saturday. It hit the 79th floor. All right. 2 of the engines fell. One fell in on top of an elevator. A woman was in the elevator. All right. They were able to get her out. The brakes stopped it and held it, and they were able to get her out. Otis. And she survived. And 14 people lost their lives. 3 of them were in the plane itself. But there was only 11 other people that lost their lives. We're talking a building that has thousands and thousands of people. And it's pretty wild. The parts fell on different buildings and stuff like that and didn't go through the buildings when they fell. So I didn't even know that this really existed until this morning on this day in history. So it was Empire State Building got hit by a plane in 1945, right at the end of World War II. So I'm sure there was some thoughts of, Germany's in a panic mode.
An attack.
Yeah.
Wow. That's Stotem Stat brought to you by St. Augie's Pizza in downtown St. Augustine, right at the corner of Riberia and MLK. Don't get yourself a slice today because they're closed, but save it up. Get yourself 2 slices tomorrow. Yeah,
and Rebecca said it did little damage. It actually did about $1 million worth of damage to the
in today's dollars or
in 1945 dollars.
Oh,
so they said it would average out to about 11 million now.
Dang, a lot. Plugs, Troy.
Plugs. We got bollocks tonight. We got some fun stuff. We got 5 questions, so we're gonna ask Lenny if he remembers which grade was the worst.
All right, Blake. Do you have any plugs?
No.
I just want to thank you for always being ready to do that on the ground live reporting when we have events in the area. I really appreciate that. Don't forget to like and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, subscribe to YouTube, and Rumble. Bollocks tonight. Bye.
Bye.